Turco is proud to bring you its Woodsman range of biomass boilers. This video is to assist the installer with installing and operating the domestic range of Woodsman boilers. Our domestic range consists of both internal and external boilers with outputs of 16 and 28 kilowatts. We manufacture boilers with both the installer and user in mind. They are easy to install and designed for the UK market. This video describes the installation of the external 16 kilowatt, but the same principles apply to the 28 for internal and external models, and the controller and key components are exactly the same on all domestic models. Firstly, we'll look at the key components in the Woodsman boiler. Behind easily removable panels are the control board enclosure, water pressure sensor, circulating pump, flow and return connections, compressor and tank for automatic burner cleaning, vacuum regulator which assists with maintaining negative pressure in the combustion chamber. Within the hopper you will find the low-level pellet sensor and the auger flight. On opening the lid over the boiler, one will find the boiler cleaning motor and the automatic air vent. On opening the front door of the boilers you will notice the burner pot and grate which is manufactured from stainless steel. A generous ash pan is located at the bottom of the combustion chamber and a pan for collecting the debris after cleaning the heat exchanger. The installation of the boiler, making the electrical connections, checking its operation and maintenance are all tasks which will be carried out by qualified and authorised personnel. It is important that the installation manual be read in conjunction with this video. Unpacking. Your Woodsman boiler is supplied on a single pallet and the materials which make up the packaging are 100% recyclable. Check the unpacking checklist in the manual to ensure you have all the required components. For example, 2 baffle plates on a 28 kilowatt boiler, 1 baffle plate on 16 kilowatt models, user manual pack, burner grate, etc. All Woodsman domestic boilers are designed to fit through a standard door width. However, they do need careful handling and you will need manual handling equipment. For example, the 28 kilowatt model weighs almost 200 kilograms. Preparing the base. For internal boilers, there is already likely to be a non-combustible concrete or tiled base in the plant room where the unit is to be placed. For external boilers, it may be necessary to install a base. The base needs to be 50 mm high and should project a minimum of 100 mm beyond the sides and the rear of the boiler and at least 600 mm to the front. On the 16 kilowatt model, the installer must leave enough space so that the user and service engineer can access the boiler routinely. This means leaving at least 900 mm at the front of the boiler and 450 mm at either side. Electrical connections. A certified electrician should carry out the electrical connections. The Woodsman boiler must be supplied with a 230 volt 50 Hz electrical connection via a 2-pole isolation switch rated for over voltage category 3. It must be protected with a 6 amp circuit breaker. Also, the unit shall have a 30 mA RCD installed into the main supply. Room thermostat shall be supplied controlled by extra low safety voltage. A 4-core cable needs to be connected to the boiler. Black is permanent live. Brown is time clock or controlled live. Blue or grey is neutral. Green and yellow is earth. The appliance must be connected to an electrical system which is equipped with an earth conductor complying with CEI 64-8. Water connections. The flow and return connections are on the right hand side of the boiler. The boiler can be plumbed into either an open vented or sealed pressurized system. The maximum static head on an open vented system is 27.44 meters. If on a sealed system, the expansion vessel must be installed as per the manufacturer's instructions and based on the water capacity in the boiler and the entire heating system. Failure to size the expansion vessel correctly may cause the boiler to leak over time and invalidate your warranty. A minimum 18-litre vessel is recommended plus additional expansion for the heating and domestic hot water. The boiler is fitted with a standard 25/6 pump. The system should be filled from the lowest point on the heating system to force the air to the highest point where it can be vented. To de-aerate the system, hold the escape button on the controller for 3 seconds to activate the pump. Repeat the procedure and turn off the pump. Always ensure the fittings are tight and sealed when filling the boiler. Remove any red caps and blank with plugs if not used. It is important that there is sufficient heat leak on the system to absorb any latent heat from the boiler and to prevent nuisance tripping of the boiler overheat thermostat. This is something first-time installers of biomass boilers often overlook. The boiler can still generate smouldering heat within the combustion chamber even after the unit is powered off. Fluing. Fluing of the boiler is an important consideration and must comply with Part J of the UK building regulations. In summary, for internal boilers, the flue must terminate at least 1 metre above the eave of the roof. If the boiler is an external boiler, the flue must terminate at least 1 metre above the eave of the roof if located directly beside the building or within 3 metres of the building. Otherwise, if the external boiler is located further than 3 metres from the nearest building or tall structure, the standard shorter flue can be used provided the boiler can run satisfactorily and achieve a draft of 20 pascals. Sometimes an anti-downdraft cowl or spinning cowl may be required. When commissioning, we will show you the importance of draft and how the vacuum regulator assists this. The flue pipe must not include any horizontal pipe runs. It is also advisable not to exceed 8 metres of vertical pipe. Woodsman biomass boilers have an 80mm diameter transition pipe from the exhaust fan to the flue adapter. Woodsman boilers have been tested and approved with 4-inch 100mm twin-wall stainless steel insulated flue, so you'll need an 80/100 adapter. The installer can also choose to use a 5-inch 125mm flue. It is important there are no 90-degree bends used on the flue system apart from the 90-degree elbow at the rear of the 28kW boiler. A cleaning hatch or way of removing a piece of flue to enable annual cleaning of the flue needs to be provided at any 90-degree bend. A full range of straight, offset, elbow and T elements are available from Turco. For boilers located indoors, external ventilation by way of louvered doors or vent must be provided. Your Woodsman boiler is now ready for commissioning, which we'll show you in the next video.